Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shifa Salsabila from Junior High School Muhammadiyah for Skorjo. I want to tell you about Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there lived a widow woman and her son, Jack, on their small farm in the country. Every day, Jack helped his mother with the chores, chopping the wood, weeding the garden, and milking the cow. But despite all their hard work, Jack and his mother were very poor, with barely enough money to keep daily needs. One spring day, the widow said, "What shall we do? What shall we do? We don't have enough money to buy seed for the farm this year. We must sell our cow off best and with the money buy enough seed to plant a good crop." "All right, mother," said Jack. "It's market day today. Jack, go into town and sell Bessie." So Jack took the cow shelter in his hand, walked through the garden gate and headed off toward town. He didn't go far when he met a funny-looking old man who said to him, "Good morning, Jack." "Good morning to you." "Where are you of the morning?" asked the man. "I'm going to market to sell our cow Bessie." "Well, what a helpful son you are," exclaimed the man. "I have a special deal for such a good boy like you." The little old man looked around to make sure no one was watching and then opened his hand to show Jack what he held. "Beans?" asked Jack. "3 magical beans, young man. 1, 2, 3. So magical are they, that if you plant them overnight, by morning go right up to the sky," promised the fun little man. "And because you're such a good boy, they're all just right for that old Mickey go." "Really?" asked Jack. "And you're quite sure they're magical?" "I'm indeed, and if it doesn't turn out to be, you can have your cow back." "Well, that sounds fair," said Jack, as he handed over Bessie halter, pocketed the beans, and headed back home. "Back already, Jack?" asked his mother. "I see you haven't got out Bess. You shot her so quickly. How much did you get for her?" Jack smiled and reached the bucket. "Look, these beans, mother, they're magical. Plant them overnight and—" "What?" cried Jack's mother. "Oh, silly boy, how could you give away our milky cow for 3 measly beans?" Jack ran upstairs to his little room and threw the beans angrily out the window, thinking, how could I have been so foolish? I broken my mother's heart." After much tossing and turning, Jack got to sleep. When Jack woke up the next morning, his room looked strange. The sun was shining normally but partly dark, so Jack jumped up and dressed himself and went to the window. And what do you think he saw? Yeah, beans he had turned out the window into a big beanstalk in the garden. Using the leaves and twisted like the rungs of a ladder, Jack climbed and he reached to the sky. When he got there, he looked a castle. Jack ran the castle and he looked a lady giant. Then he turned to run away, but she caught him and dragged him to the castle. "Don't be in such a hurry. I'm sure growing boy like you would like a nice and big breakfast," said the giant woman. It's been so long since I got to make a breakfast for a boy." When the lady giant was such a bachelor, after all, even if she was a bit odd, she took Jack into the kitchen and gave him a chunk of cheese and glass of milk. The whole house began to tremble with the noise of someone coming. "Goodness gracious me, it's my husband," said the giant woman, wringing her hands. "What on shall I do? Oh dear, I never thought have let you stay for breakfast." He dived inside to the kitchen and said, "I'm ready for my breakfast. I'm so hungry, I could eat 3 cows. What does I smell? I smell the blood of Englishman." "Nonsense, dear," said his wife. "We haven't had a boy for breakfast in years. Now you go and wash up, and by the time you come back, your breakfast is ready for you." Jack was about to make a run for it when the woman stopped him. "Wait until he's asleep," she said. "He always a little snooze after breakfast." Jack picked out of the copper pot and the giant carrying a basket filled with golden eggs and sickly looking with hen. The giant poked the hen and growled lay. After his breakfast, the giant went to the closet and pulled out golden harp with the face a sad young girl. The giant poked the harp and growled play. When he was quite sure the giant was asleep, Jack crept out of the copper pot and out of the kitchen. Just as he was about to leave, he heard the sun harp girl weeping. Jack bit his lip and returned to the kitchen. He grabbed a sickly hand and singing harp and began to tiptoe back out. Just as he got hoarse, he heard, "Wife, wife, what have you done with my golden harp, my wet hand?" Jack ran as fast as he could, and the giant, realizing he had been tricked. The giant peered through the clouds and saw Jack underneath climbing down for dear life. The giant stomped his foot and roared angry. The giant then swung himself into the beanstalk. As he reached the bottom, Jack called out, "Mother, please, hurry, hurry, bring me an axe!" And his mother came rushing out with axe. Jack jumped down and began to chop the beanstalk. Then the giant fell down and broke his crown and the nut travel. Harp thanks Jack for rescuing from the giant, and so Jack and his mother lived happy ever after. Thanks for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.